You've been chasing things your whole life that were supposed to make you happy, and somehow the more you get, the emptier it feels. What if the problem isn't that you're not getting enough, but that you've been shopping in the wrong store entirely? Here's what we're actually doing in the next few minutes. Most of us spend our lives pursuing a pretty standard list: status, money, approval, security, the next title, the bigger place, the better version of the relationship. And we rarely stop to ask a basic question: are these things actually capable of delivering what we think they'll deliver? Today we're going to walk through 3 blunt, almost uncomfortable tests you can run on anything you're chasing. Not to make you feel guilty, not to convince you to give everything up, just to help you stop pouring your energy into things that were never built to pay you back. The payoff isn't minimalism. It's not deprivation. It's something stranger and better: the quiet relief of finally putting your energy toward things that can actually deliver. Let me tell you about Maya. Maya just got the promotion she's been working toward for 3 years. Day 1. She feels it: the rush, the relief, the quiet pride of looking at her name on the new email signature. She tells her parents. She buys a nicer bottle of wine on the way home. For a few days, the world has color in it. By week 2, something subtle has happened. She's already scanning the org chart 1 level up. There's a colleague who got hired around the same time, and she's noticed he's been having a lot of meetings with the VP lately. There's a small knot in her stomach she can't quite name. The thing she bled for, that she rearranged her life around, is already fading into the background, and a new version of the same hunger is moving in. She isn't ungrateful. That's the part that's confusing her. She got exactly what she wanted, and somehow the wanting didn't stop. We tend to interpret moments like Maya's as personal failures. Something's wrong with me. I should be more grateful. I should be more content. Why can't I just enjoy this? But what if it isn't a failure of character? What if it's a design flaw, not in you, but in what you're chasing? Imagine you've been carrying a backpack your whole life. From the time you were small, people you trusted handed you things to put in it and told you they were valuable. Gold-painted rocks, fancy certificates, IOUs that never quite get cashed. The pack gets heavier every year. You move a little slower. Your shoulders hurt by Wednesday, but you keep adding to it because everyone around you is doing the same thing, and nobody seems to be questioning the contents. Maya's promotion went straight into the backpack. So did yours. So did mine. And we keep wondering why we're tired. Here's the thing nobody told us: most of what we've been collecting was never going to deliver what we hoped. Not because we picked badly, because we didn't have a way to tell the difference between what was actually valuable and what just looked like it was. That's what these 3 tests are for. The first test is almost insultingly simple. Does it last? If the thing you're chasing has a shelf life, if it fades, expires, gets eclipsed, gets old, then whatever value it has is borrowed value. A temporary high is not the same as something real. Maya's promotion gave her about 10 good days. Then her nervous system reset, and the hunger came back wearing new clothes. That's not a defect in Maya. That's the nature of what she chose. Anything that can be taken from you, outgrown, or made irrelevant by time was never quite the thing. The second test is more uncomfortable. Does getting it require someone else to lose? Not in a moral way, in a structural way. If your win depends on someone else's loss, you've built a fragile thing. You'll spend the rest of your life defending it. You'll scan the org chart. You'll measure yourself against everyone in the room. The promotion that put you one rung above your colleague now requires your colleague to stay one rung below. Forever. That's not a rival. That's a new job you didn't sign up for. And the third test is the strange one. The one most people skip. Why do you actually want it? Not the polished answer, the real one. What's the unspoken hope underneath? That you'll finally feel safe. That your mother will see you differently. That the anxious voice in your head will finally quiet down. Because if the real reason you want the thing is to fix a feeling, the thing will never be enough. It can't be. It was never built for that job. Here's where something shifts. If you let it. When Maya runs these tests honestly on her promotion, something quiet happens. She doesn't quit her job. She doesn't burn her business cards. She just stops needing the promotion to do something it was never going to do. The pressure comes off. The colleague at the next desk stops being a threat. The org chart stops being a map of her self-worth. She didn't lose anything. She just stopped asking a paycheck to be a parent. And this is the part that surprises people. When you stop chasing things that can't deliver, you don't end up with less. You end up with more attention, more energy, more presence for the things that actually can. Connection. Honesty. The kind of inner steadiness that doesn't depend on the org chart. The backpack gets lighter, not because you threw everything out, but because you finally noticed which rocks were painted. There's one more thing, and it's the part that's hardest to hear. If you're about to make a choice, about a job, a purchase, a relationship, a way of spending your Saturday, and you notice a small twinge of guilt about it, a tiny defensive flinch, that twinge is information. It's not telling you you're a bad person. It's telling you that somewhere underneath, you already know this one isn't quite it. Most of us have trained ourselves to override that twinge. We talk past it. We justify. We point at everyone else doing the same thing. But that small inner signal is one of the most honest things you have. It's the part of you that hasn't been fooled by the gold paint. You don't have to obey it dramatically. You just have to stop pretending you didn't feel it. So here's what becomes possible. Decisions get simpler, not because life gets simpler, but because the criteria get cleaner. Does this last? Does this require someone to lose? Why do I actually want it? 3 quiet questions, and most of the noise falls away. You stop spending mental energy defending choices that were never going to work. You stop performing satisfaction you don't feel. You stop scanning the org chart at 11 p.m. Maya, 3 months later, still has the promotion. She just stopped carrying it like it was the answer. She sleeps better. Her colleague at the next desk is, weirdly, becoming a friend. The hunger hasn't disappeared entirely. It doesn't. Not all at once. But it's quieter now. Because she's stopped feeding it things that only make it louder. The backpack is on the ground next to her. She can pick it up when she needs to. She just doesn't have to wear it everywhere anymore. That's what we're going to sit with now. Not as an idea, as a felt thing. If you're finding value here, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. And now, let's shift into a quiet guided meditation together. Let's take a few minutes to let this settle. Find a position where your body can soften. Shoulders down, jaw loose. Let your hands rest wherever they want to rest. Take a slow breath in. And let it out. All the way. Another one. A little slower this time. Notice how much you've been carrying today, not just tasks. Not just to-do lists. The quieter weight underneath, the constant low hum of trying to make things add up. You don't have to add anything up right now. For these few minutes, there is nothing to chase. Nothing to defend, no org chart to scan. Imagine the backpack you've been wearing all day, all week, all year. Imagine slowly slipping the straps off your shoulders, setting it down beside you. It will still be there when you need it. You don't have to throw anything away. Just set it down. Notice your shoulders without it. Notice your breath without it. Notice how your chest moves a little more easily. Let your mind grow quiet. If a thought arrives about something you want, or something you're afraid of losing, let it pass through. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to argue with it. Feel the weight of your body in the chair, the temperature of the air on your skin, the simple fact that you are here, breathing, and nothing right now is required of you. Let that land for a moment. Nothing is required of you. There is something already steady inside you that doesn't need a promotion to feel like itself. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't need the next thing. It's been there the whole time. Underneath all the carrying. Rest in that for a breath. And another. Notice what's left when you stop reaching. It's quieter than you expected. And it's enough. When you're ready, no rush, let your attention come gently back to the room. The sounds around you. The light. The small details of where you are. Carry this lightness with you for as long as it wants to stay. And if you forget, that's okay. You can set the pack down again, anytime. We're glad you practiced with us today. If it's helpful, a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles is available via the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a short comment like, "I am grateful. Thank you for being here." Really, spending this kind of quiet time with yourself isn't a small thing in the world we live in. Be gentle with yourself today. You don't have to figure everything out at once. You just have to notice what's painted gold and what isn't. That's already enough. I'll see you next time.